So it is now official, next up, Alberta, here in Hunter Call of the Wild, and it was accompanied by a really cool trailer with actually a lot of information for about a minute long, so let's take a look at that.
Cold, quiet, and untouched. Besides the wildlife, not many can handle it out here. But that's the point, right? Seeing the sun rise on the Rockies and the snow falling on the valley, and realizing it's just like that for miles and miles. Welcome to Alberta. Welcome to Askiy Ridge.
Now, the thing that so many of us suspected, expected at one point once we saw the tree falling, beavers were all but confirmed other than actually seeing them. Now we see that, and cool little side thing is swimming along carrying a stick. So I'm really curious to see what those mechanics look like. We got to see a mule deer there, and they appear to be redone. And we also see something I totally didn't even consider, a snow goose flying through the air. So new goose species, and a really cool one at that. There's some awesome rares and stuff in real life for snow geese. We'll get into that in a little bit. One thing that really caught my eye was the snow on the back of that mule deer, and also that really showed it that the mule deer were redone. I mean, that thing looks real. Like, that is really, really well done. We see elk going through there. I can't tell. I think those are Rocky Mountain elk, and they've maybe been redone. Look really good running along the snow. Speaking of redos, though, oh my goodness, the wolves. Like, complete 180, massive improvement. They look really good in that scene just running along. I can't wait to see what else comes with that, because they won the poll back in, I think, November or December for new furs. So I'm curious, are there going to be additional variations? Is it just the whole redo? What does that mean? Cannot wait to see what wolves have in store here in the Hunter Call of the Wild as well. We also see bison. Now the question is, are those wood bison or are those redone plains bison? I think it could be either. We pretty much know when an old species comes to a new map now in Call of the Wild, it gets a redo. And I'm not sure, but look at it where they are. I kind of wonder if that's wood bison and a brand new species. Now, wood bison are huge in real life, so that would be a very interesting thing. That will have to remain to be seen, I suppose. And then finally, guys, it happened. I am so excited. Bighorn got redone. There is no doubt the models are redone and the horns are redone. You can see it from just that little image right there. That is super, super hype. We've been asking for it for literally years. Finally, we have a good looking bighorn in the Hunter Call of the Wild. I just can't wait to see what the diamonds look like. So we saw shots of the scenery there. Just beautiful scenery. The water, like that crystal clear light blue water. The mountains, just the little flyovers were really, really nice. The map looks super good as expected, and I think, I'm not sure, this looked like, I think it's a great one black bear walking along with snow on his back. I think that's what that is. There's a chance maybe there's more to it, but I don't think that's a new great one that they would reveal like that. That doesn't seem like EW's style, so I think that's a great one bear just walking along with snow on his back. It's too large for a common black bear, but I think that's showing black bear on the new map as well. And then finally, we get to see one final look at the beaver there on Alberta as well. And what a hype little lineup. And I'm sure there are so many more species, so much more to get into. And I do want to talk about the potential for other species that we might see in Alberta. So I did a good bit of research here, just going along, looking up what are species that are commonly hunted, maybe species that are around Alberta, for instance. So I think we've got a lot of things that we could see coming to the new map. Now, I have to go back for a second here. The little article that they had wasn't up at the time that I started recording this. Those are not Rocky Mountain elk. New elk species, Manitoban elk. And they actually look really nice. The antlers look super unique. I'm really curious to see, is that a super big one? Is that a average size one? Really looking forward to that. But they do list some species here, 19 local species, both old and new, including North American beaver, as we knew, Manitoban elk, snow geese, dusky grouse, that's another new one, white-tailed deer, gray wolf, and it is wood bison, not redone plains bison, so that's super hype. We've got missions, we've got 4 unique biomes here on Askiy Ridge, I think I said that incorrectly. I'm probably going to end up at Askiy Ridge, that's easier for me to say, but pine-covered peaks down to the frostwept grasslands. I am super excited to see what they bring, and we know the new weapon coming with Askiy Ridge as well. I'm going to try to get it correct. I'm probably going to say this wrong. La Perrier, this is Canada, Outrider, 30-30. Why would they add a 30-30? Beavers. That's why. I don't think there's any other logical explanation. That is a beaver gun, and I'm really excited for that. Really cool looking image, by the way. I don't know if there's any more to that image that they posted beyond just like a little hype thing. Cool looking gun, side loading, side ejecting design, suited for a small to medium game like the white-tailed deer or gray wolf, but we know the 30-30 ethical classes are going to go down to 2, which should be perfectly fine for beavers as well. Compatible with a wide range of scopes, I think that says we are not going to be stuck with the old Helios scope, making it versatile and a powerful choice for hunting any time of day or night. The night thing is interesting. We saw the northern lights in that first image they posted, so there might be a little bit more to that. I'm curious what that actually means. And that, as far as the article goes, pretty much covers everything. So let's jump back to the potential new species that we might see added. So there are 19 species. We got to see 10 of them, if my counting is correct. So about half, and there's a lot of room for other things. So just quickly going through things that we may see in Alberta, like normal Alberta hunting species. Black bear, we think we saw that, but that was the 10th one that I'm kind of adding. Cougar, coyotes, elk. Now, the research I've done lists Rocky Mountain elk. I don't know enough about Manitoban elk. I'm guessing that's like a subspecies of Rockies. Moose are listed on here. Obviously, mule deer, we know those are there. Pronghorn, that could be interesting, hunting pronghorn in the snow. I kind of want to see that actually, and maybe a pronghorn redo could be warranted as well. Now, upland birds, we know that we're getting the dusky grouse. A few other like potential ones would be ruffed grouse. I guess that's the most abundant upland game bird in the boreal fringe, so that would be sort of something to maybe look for. Sharp-tailed grouse, spruce grouse, and even some ptarmigan species up there as well. There's also a lot of waterfowl in Alberta. Things such as, obviously, snow geese, we know those are coming, Canada geese. One thing that caught my eye is pintail. I really love pintails in the Hunter Classic. I'd love to see those again on that like snowy type of map on Askiy Ridge. I'm crossing my fingers that we see something like that as well. And then wrapping it up, white-tailed deer, wolves. I did not see, unfortunately, anything about Dall sheep or stone sheep. There are Dall and stone sheep like further northwest, and this is kind of the same thing with muskox. I guess there are like very few sightings in Alberta for muskox, so I don't know, maybe they could kind of sooner baton things where it's not a perfect depiction of the area. Maybe they sort of widen the scope of what species could be there, because I'm still crossing my fingers that we might see really any of those three: Dall sheep, stone sheep, muskox. I'd love to see any of those added, but they're not like a perfect fit for Alberta. So now they snuck in a picture on Steam of a wood duck. We have these literally in my backyard. I love these things. I actually got to film one turkey hunting a couple of weeks ago. Really cool birds. Looking at that in the snow, like that's a super cool visual. Really excited for those. And that narrows us down now to 11 of the 19 species that we know. So getting to see like the beavers swimming around. We've got the same images of like the elk and stuff. There was a new image of the wolves with the snow on their backs. Just, man, so many things all of a sudden drop at once. And we go from speculation to this is where we're going. This is what the map's going to look like. This is what the species will look like. And it's super, super exciting. We shall see where that leads. But looking at the lineup and also going back to the redos. One of the things that I think, anyway, with redone bighorn is, I don't care what you say, yes, that's an old species. It's going to be a new experience. Hunting bighorn that look like bighorn, that's a big deal. Like I said, the mule deer look real walking around out there. That's really going to help. So even though there are some old species coming back to the map, it's going to have a new feel to it because they look entirely different. So that's super exciting. And the final thing that I think we need to talk about is the potential for a new great one. we know, based on what was posted in the Discord, there will be a new great one on the new map. We go back to those polls. Wolves won the fur types poll back in like November, December, and mule deer won the antlers poll. Now we know both of those species are on the new map. I really like the chances of one of those two being the new great one species on Askiy Ridge. So I'm curious, what do you guys think? Not only about the new great one, but about the species list. What is there? What isn't there? What do you guys think is going to be coming to the game with Alberta in a little less than a month now? I'm super excited about it. I wanted to just, you know, kind of throw all my thoughts out there quickly, having just seen the trailer. But another snow map, snow accumulating on the backs of the animals. We saw that with the mule deer and with the bear at the end. That's super hype. I imagine that really says like dynamic weather. Curious what that means. But man, cool looking map. The redos, the new species they have shown. Manitoban elk. Like that's a great way to add like a new species into the game as well. Super exciting stuff. I think with that, that covers everything that we've seen from today. So, once again, let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. And on that note, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.